Hi, I'm Annie Ulichny, and I want to thank you so much for joining in for some meditation practice today. There are many thousands of different ways to meditate and bring mindfulness into our everyday. One of the very effective ways is through movement. Yoga was originally designed thousands of years ago to bring us to meditation using movement as a preliminary. And so we're going to use movement, but very specifically movement as a pattern, in order to bring everything into alignment in our body. It's like a cleansing of our whole body with this practice. So our bodies sometimes feel off, right? Or in our brain and our mind and our thinking, we just feel cloudy. Or our emotions, our mood. Those three elements might just feel off, or we just don't feel right. So those three elements of the body and the brain and our emotions, our mood, are what we're going to cleanse and clear today in practice. And the first element is more of an active movement. So I would suggest taking your comfortable posture, and then we'll use our breathing in and out of our nose. And at the beginning, we'll keep our eyes open, and then we can close our eyes as we move through practice, as we get to the breathing part of the practice. But the first is we're going to use a pattern, a counting pattern of 4. And this counting pattern, our bodies, our brains, our whole systems love patterns. Everything in a pattern or a rhythm, and it realigns everything. And it really helps us to feel like we're at our best. So we're going to work with a count of 4 using motion. And what that will do, that will start the body finding a pattern, allowing the nervous system to regulate and send signals to the brain that we're okay, everything's working and functioning well. So the pattern, we're going to use 4 exercises with this count. The first is going to be kind of a press like this. So we'll have our hands together and then separate and pull our shoulder blades together. And each of these movements, just do the very best that you can. There's no perfection here. This is just each of us doing our best. The second is going to be more like a chicken wing motion. We're going to bring our elbows out to the side and bring our chicken wing kind of movement from forward in a pattern of, again, 4 of these. And then we're going to reach overhead and pull down to the side. That will be the third movement. And the fourth movement will be as if we have hands we just washed our hands and we're shaking our hands out and we're shaking them down toward the ground. And that will be the fourth movement. So let's get started. So if we're in our comfortable posture, we'll take our hands and place them together like this. Also recognizing as we start here that not only is this a great way to regulate the body and the brain and boost our mood, but this is also really healthy for our joints. You may even hear my joints crack and crunch because that's what happens. And this is a great lubricator to the joints when we do these practices and these arm and shoulder beneficial movements. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay with the movement, stay focused on the count, and stay focused on the actual movement. If your mind wanders, just come back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do a few more together. Stay focused on the movement. You might find it's become a little bit easier. Stay focused on the movement and the count. It starts to move us. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do one more together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now just place your hands very comfortably on your lap. That was the most exerted of all the movements and part of our practice. So now we can start to move from calming the body, allowing the body to come into a new state of any kind of dysregulation, any kind of angst or overwhelm. We can shift that into a calm, balanced state just by finding a pattern, by using rhythmic movement. We start to shift and cleanse. Start to feel how the body is feeling now as we just check in with ourselves here. And one very beneficial way to also work with our mind, with our brain, with the neural networks, continual activities and thoughts and analyses and creativity running through the brain. We can start to do a little tapping. So we're going to use tapping with the tips of our fingers along our face and head. And this is really, again, a way to soothe and calm and cleanse the brain, and really brings us to a place of balance and feeling great. So we'll take our hands and fingers, the palms of our fingers, the pads of our fingers, I should say, and we'll just start to gently tap along our forehead. If you would like to have your eyes closed so you can really start to appreciate and feel this feeling of your fingertips tapping along your skin, I encourage that if it's comfortable for you. Just finding again a pattern and a rhythm. Maybe you're tapping slowly or very quickly. Very gently, definitely very gentle tapping. You may find there's little tender spots that you hit along your temples or your forehead or right above your eyebrows. It's where we might hold tension and tightness through our thinking, and we have little pockets of tension all throughout our body. We might start to notice that as we tap. And then we could come down around our eyes and eyebrows specifically. There are so many muscles that also hold tension and tightness around our eyes, our eyebrows. That's the bridge of the nose, that space between the eyebrows. Find a tapping rhythm all around your eyes. And notice again if there's any tenderness, that any little places that when you're very gently tapping, you find, oh, there's a little tenderness there. Just offer it some care and kindness. It's calling perhaps for a little attention. We can invite a softening and just a letting go of tightness. And we can come to our ears. Tapping, finding a rhythm. That's the most important part here, is feeling our soothing touch in a rhythm on our ears, our own ears. And now to our jaw, just the back of the jaw. Maybe I like to do little circles along the back of the jaw. I definitely feel some tenderness and tightness here for myself. Perhaps you do too. This very gentle tapping can help release and soften, open, expand this tight grip sometimes that we hold in our jaw. You could come down over your neck, your throat. Sometimes we have a raw, rough kind of feel in our throat. And then up to the top of the head. I like to do with both hands small circles right along the top of the head, finding a rhythm and a pattern of the tapping, and really stay within that rhythm, that pattern, even if it helps to continue to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If that helps you stay really present, you can add that in. Otherwise, enjoy the felt sensation of the tapping along the top of the head. And then along the back of the head, down to the nape of the neck. Again, I kind of like to do oval kind of circles in a pattern here. Down to the nape of the neck. We're softening, expanding, opening, relaxing in the brain, and communicating to the nervous system within the body, a sense of okayness. This is a time to rest and restore and rejuvenate. And now just very gently take your hands and place them on your lap. If your eyes have been open, we can close our eyes. And perhaps you want to have your palms facing up on your lap and really just feel the sensations through your hands, arms, your head. We could notice a tingling, kind of an electrical vibration quality. It feels shimmery across perhaps the face, the head, the back of the skull, in the jaw. It could feel warm or expanded. You might feel some heaviness in your arms. All of these are very normal. Normal feelings and transitions that the body knows everything is okay. We don't have to be on anxious high alert anymore. We can be relaxed, calm, and ready, functioning at our best. And then we can move into a more traditional type of meditation using our breath. And this one is going to be a very specific breathing. Again, we're going to use that pattern, follow a pattern, and we're going to breathe in and out of the nose. And if we can have our eyes closed for this, really where you're seated upright so you feel your front body open and available for the breath. The breath is our primary source of energy, breathing. So we really want to use and maximize the full lung for this. And so we're going to breathe in and out, a resonant breath on a count of 4, inhaling and exhaling, and really feeling that the breath is filling up in the belly and then contracting in the belly. So really feel the belly as we breathe in and out here. So we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, we're just making a circle of breath, really paying attention to the body. Exhale, contract the belly, move the belly button back toward the backbone. Inhaling. So there's no pause. This is just a smoothing out, exhaling of the breath. No pause between the inhale and the exhale. As we inhale here, a smooth circular breath, so to speak. Exhaling. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. If your mind takes you away, come back. Come back to the body. Inhaling, exhaling. Feel as if inhaling, the breath is breathing your whole body. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Now as we continue with this inhaling and exhaling, inhaling here, imagine you're pulling the breath in through the heart center, exhaling, and all of the air is expelled out of the heart center. Inhaling through the heart center here, exhaling, it's releasing from the heart center. Inhaling, we can imagine we have our nostrils down at our heart center, exhaling, pulling in and out of this area on the breath. Inhaling, and exhaling, in and out of the heart. Inhaling, And exhaling. Inhaling through the heart, exhaling, releasing the air, the exhale out of the heart center area. On this next inhale, I want you to think of a time, bring to your mind's eye, exhaling here, a time that just felt wonderful. You were functioning at your best. Inhaling. It could have been a very small moment, a very simple moment. Exhaling. Perhaps it was helping a neighbor, an exchange with a loved one. Inhaling. A big, meaningful moment. Exhaling. Somewhere out in nature, an experience or some engagement with a pet, perhaps. Inhaling. Really, you just felt fabulous in this specific situation. Exhaling. Bring it to your moment, this moment to your mind's eye, and relive it, inhaling as much as you can. Bring it right to here and now. Exhaling. Really feel it in this heart center as you breathe in. Just feel this fabulous emotion, this wonderful experience as you just continue this breath in and out, this circle of breath, really experiencing this wonderful moment that you bring to life again in your body, specifically as you're breathing in and out, and the air is coming in and out through your heart center. You could be filled with this sense of gratitude for this moment, for this experience you had that you can relive here right now for just a few moments longer. Something to really appreciate that was thoroughly meaningful for you. As you breathe in and out, still with this circle of breath in and out of the heart. So check in with how your body feels. And as we finish this breathing pattern, allow the breath to breathe itself now. And we can just focus on the body and the full body. Move into the full body and the experience of that we just brought to mind. We can let that drift away as well, just feeling how it lit up our whole body. Just really feeling, experiencing this maybe expanded, open, loving, appreciative, caring, kind sense that we might start to tap into one of those emotions as we breathe our natural rhythm, whatever the breath wants to do here. Feeling how the body feels, noticing how our thoughts are feeling and moving. If there's more space between thoughts, everything feels slow, rested, cleansed, restored. Feeling this electrical aliveness within us. Take one more breath in and out. And really feel grateful for all parts of you today. Thank you so much for the gift of your time.